Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm not doing a cover today, and I'm not doing poetry. I'm actually gonna do like a kind of story time kind of thing, because I'm gonna do something a little different. So back in the beginning of quarantine, life was really hectic. I was thinking about moving out, or I had the opportunity to move out of my parents' house into an apartment. I was about to become single. I was going on and off with some stuff in my life that was just really difficult. And one of the days that I was going through it, I took a drive, which is what I did actually pretty often. And I ended up pulling over into a Wawa parking lot. And I had a little bit of a breakdown and I cried. And, I pulled to the back of the parking lot. There was no one else in the parking spot area except this one other car, and it was like 3 spaces down from me. He was in his car, so I was figuring that he was going to be leaving shortly, and so I pulled in. And I was sitting there, and I was going through it, and I was kind of probably looking crazy. And I could sense that, like, the car was still there. I didn't want to keep looking, but I could out of the corner of my eye, I could see that the car was still there. So I'm sitting there a little bit longer, and I'm like really going through it, and I'm kind of just like over everything at this point. And I was thinking to myself that it was getting really difficult. I'm looking for something that has to go with this story, and I'm gonna talk while I do it. So, I was going through some stuff, and I'm sitting there, and I'm really thinking to myself, like, what is going on with my life right now? What can I do to make things different? When will things be different? I'm asking myself all of these questions, and, I'm hoping to get an answer. I consider myself a very spiritual person. I don't like saying I'm a religious person, because religion holds such a negative thing nowadays, but that's a discussion for another time. I can't find what I'm looking for, so it makes me think that I'm pretty sure I have it. I know where it is at my house if it's not in this car. I thought I had it with me, but I guess oh, I do. Okay. So I found what I was looking for. It has to do with the story, I promise. I'm sitting in the car, I'm going through it, and I'm kind of, wondering, when is this going to get better? Like, I need some guidance. I don't know what's going on in my life right now that made it suddenly get so hectic and so chaotic and so loud and overpowering. But I needed something, and I needed someone to tell me that, like, listen, like, just chill. Like, just breathe. Like, just... And like I said, this was before, this was maybe the height of quarantine. I think it was before, like, masks had to be worn everywhere, but it was still, like, up there. So I hear the car door open and shut next to me from the car, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go in the Wawa, and I don't think anything of it. And this guy taps on my window, and I look up, and I kind of, like, try to gather myself, because I look like a hot mess. I feel like a hot mess. And I'm thinking to myself, I get really mad, because I'm like, this guy has been sitting here long enough, like, he knows that I've been crying. Like, what does he want? Like, why is he interrupting me right now when I'm an emotional mess? I wrote down what he told me, because it was like I said, when was this? It was back in May that this happened. So I'm just gonna kind of read overall what he told me. But he asked for a pen, and I was like, really? A pen? Like, you need a pen right now? Don't you have a phone? So I'm looking, and I get him one, and I hand it to him, and I'm trying not to lean out the window too much, because, like, COVID. So, I see him get a piece of paper out of his pocket, and he leans on the hood of my car, and he starts writing something down. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird, but okay. And I keep my window down, and he kind of steps forward a little bit, but he doesn't lean in my car, but he gets pretty close, and he's like, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not, and by any means, a bad man. I don't want this to come off rude or offensive or inappropriate, but I just wanted to let you know that I've been watching you for a bit now, and I can tell that you're going through some things and that you need guidance. And, you know, I wanted to let you know that God, he's like, I don't know if you believe in God or what your spiritual, like, where you are with religion or spiritual, like, connection is, but he said that he had a daughter about my age, and that if somebody saw her going through what I was going through, he'd hope somebody would say something to her. And that kind of broke me a little bit, because it was like, well, one, I felt guilty because I was like really angry the guy even approached my car to begin with in the beginning. And so, you know, his words really hit me, because I was, and I still am, a spiritual person. I always have been. And so to be going through something really hard like that, and then to, you know, have somebody come up to you and tell you exactly what you were thinking and what you were going through, it like hit me really hard. And he handed me his phone number, and he handed me, you know, on the piece of paper, he wrote it down on a little scrap piece of paper. And he wrote down his name and his phone number. And he gave me this little cross. And like, I don't know, like it just hit like really hard for me to go through something like that. But I haven't called him. And he told me, you know, when he handed me it, he said the paper had his name and his number in case I needed anything at all. Even if I never call it, he hoped that he helped me. So that being said, he might not answer. Maybe he will. But I'm gonna call him, and kind of just let him know how grateful I am that he did what he did. Yeah, so I'm nervous, because who knows if this number is even still active. I mean, it was back in May, but I'm so grateful that his handwriting was legible too, because I would have been really upset if I never got to. Because sometimes you go through things and somebody has impacted you in some way, and you never see that person again, or you never hear from them, and then you never feel like you thanked them properly. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and call him.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement 4. Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement 4.
I'm gonna dial it one more time, and I'll see what happens. Hi, is this Leonardo?
Yes, speaking.
Hi, this is rather odd. I don't know if you remember me, but you gave me your phone number back in May at the beginning of quarantine. You came up to me when I was crying in the Wawa parking lot.
Yeah, I don't remember you. How are you?
I'm very good, actually, and I just wanted to call you and really like thank you properly for what you did that day, and how much it really did affect me, and it helped me a lot.
Now you know there is no mistakes in life, right?
Yes, yeah, no, it was definitely something that I, you know, carried with me. It's been on my mind ever since, because I was going through something very big in my life, and to have you come up and say that to me when I was literally just thinking in my head, like, what am I supposed to do? It meant a lot.
I'm glad you're doing better now, that you feel better, that you're going back into your own well-being. We make our own lives, believe me. Don't ever think that things come wrong to you.
Right.
Whatever comes to you is just perfect. You may not know it or notice it right away, but on the long run, it is. My English is not. I hope that you get everything I say. My English is really bad.
No, I understand.
I'm really glad, and I can feel on your voice that you're getting better.
I am, yes. And I think I also just wanted to reach out, besides, to say thank you and how much I appreciate it. I wanted to reach out and just ask and make sure that your family was doing well, since everything kind of got more serious on the side of COVID and everything like that. I wanted to reach out personally and make sure that your family and you were doing well.
That's really nice. That's so nice. Yeah, we all good. I'm one of those crazy people. I'm not afraid of things, and whenever God calls me on them, I'll be happy. That's why I try to do my life right. So whenever the day comes, I'll be really happy to go back home. I got the COVID since the beginning. I told my people I'm gonna be one of the first ones, because so you guys know exactly what I say is right. You don't have to be afraid. This is not a bad thing. Just fight it. Don't worry.
Right.
And I got out of it really easy, and a lot of people from my family, we didn't even go to the doctor or anything. I told them, nope, you can't. If you go to the doctor, you're gonna get really bad. Just take care of yourself. Make yourself be happy, and being happy and not being afraid, it makes you strong. Right. Now you know that.
Yes.
It makes you really strong, and you can take care of everything. But if you're afraid or depressed or something, it makes you really weak. So in case if there is people around you or something goes through it, because you're gonna go for a while, just tell them that is the only thing they need is to know God made them perfect. God made your body perfect. Your body is good to take care of things like that. So don't you worry. Your name was?
My name is Alexia.
Oh, okay. God bless you. I hope it really is. Things are not gonna be perfect the way we think from now on. But just think that it's perfect for the plan, the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But I'm glad that you're doing better, and I'm glad that you remember things.
Yeah, and I still have the cross, and I actually wrote an email to my church about what happened, just because it impacted me so much, and I wanted to share that story with them, that like God shows up when you need him to, and he's always there no matter what.
Yeah, you never know. And one day it may be your time to remind somebody.
Right.
That God is always there, and there is no mistakes. That everything is perfect.
And
if one day there is something that's hard, or I'm always here. The same way that we should always be for each other. One day the world is gonna be like that. Who knows if we'll see part of it? But one day, when, just God knows. One day the world is going to be like that. There's going to be no more lies, no more... people is not going to be afraid of life or death or nothing. It's going to be beautiful. So just, if one day you need to, or somebody needs to talk, sometimes it's just nice to talk and to hear something that helps.
Right. And I completely agree.
So I hope everything goes beautiful with you in life. And from now on, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't leave me.
Thank you so much.
Please take care of you.
And I hope you and your family stays healthy, and your daughter's well, and your health stays well, and you know, things continue to go well for all of you.
Yeah, likewise. God bless you.
All right, and God bless, and thank you so much for taking my call.
Have a beautiful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, guys. That was something else. Life is just crazy, man. You never know, like, what... Oh my God, do I look like I'm sweating? Because I am. You never know, like, what somebody is going through. And that's, like, all you have to remember is that, like, everyone is going through their own thing, no matter what. And you don't always see it. And sometimes you do. And sometimes you should reach out. And I'm not even saying this as, like, only spiritual people. I'm saying this in a sense to anybody out there that, you know, if you see somebody that's going through something, or you believe that you should reach out, it's a gut feeling. Everyone has a sense of humanity, and they have that gut feeling that they're like, oh, I should, you know, tell someone that they like their outfit, or tell someone that, you know, they have a nice smile. Like, just pass that positivity around, because in a world today, like, we all need it. And I don't know if you could clearly understand what Leonardo was saying, but I'm gonna try and put subtitles in the video, actually, just so you can, like, see, like, if you had trouble hearing. I don't know how the sound quality is gonna be through the phone and the camera, but it was just, like, something else to really reach out to him. But he was saying that in the beginning he did get COVID, and, you know, I think he said recently, or, like, in the beginning, like, he did get COVID, and, like, his family has been well. And, like, that's the important part, is, you know, making sure that, because that's also what I was thinking, like, you know, I always want to make sure that I get what I want to say out there, because you never know when you're going to hear from people. And like I said in the beginning, you always want to thank people for how they impact your life in the positive ways, and sometimes we're not given the opportunity to do that for many different reasons. And I was blessed enough to have the opportunity, because he gave me his cell phone number, and he said, you know, call me if you need anything. And I did, and my need to him was to just make sure he was doing okay, and to thank him for everything that he had said to me, because it was very kind. And he didn't need to do that. He could have drove away, he could have went about his business. And, you know, that's the hard part, is trying to figure out when it's okay to put your input in. But he definitely, for me, did the right thing, because I needed some guidance, and he did a great job, and I'm really grateful, and I'm gonna pass that positivity around to the next person that needs it. And that's why I'm gonna try and that's why I try to keep the little cross in my wallet, because at one point I am gonna feel the need to give it off to somebody else. And again, whether they're spiritual or not, whether they believe in God or they don't, it's about reaching out, making sure that the people around you are okay, because we're all in this together, and you never know what life's gonna throw at you. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little conversation that I had with him, because it was something that I wanted to record for a while, and I just wanted to thank him for everything. And I finally just got to a point in my life, within the past few weeks, I've actually been thinking about calling him, and I was like, you know what, I might as well record it. That way I have it as well, so I can always look back on it and think about it. And yeah, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.